You know, the more that I look at it, she kind of reminds me of Jyn Erso, Mira Terex, in terms of the visual, the image. In any case, what's up, everybody? It's Jay here, and we're back with another episode of Thrawn's Revenge, the Back to War. Well, just the war at this point. I mean, we've basically conquered everything. I mean, there really isn't that much left to really go with. You know, we've literally conquered basically we've basically eliminated any form of hope the Empire has at retaking lost territory. So in today's episode, we're just gonna go on a reclamation and begin our conquest of these nearby systems. If I recall, the Imperials don't have much going for them. I'm not gonna really spend time just going on massive spy missions. It's just not worth it anymore. So we'll just get everybody mobilized. Get you there. And we're just gonna go ahead and just start this episode off with just attacking. We're gonna take out as many Imperial targets as we can in this episode. I just want to knock this little small corner of 4 planets out of the map for the Empire. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Says enemy units. Alright, so that's a decently sized fleet. And they've got a goal in 2. So theoretically, we have several dozen approaches to this. One is definitely the sneaky hit them from the side concept. But frankly, let's just go for a direct assault. We've got the credits to spare. I'm not really careless when it comes to ships in this game, but we've got the ability to be careless. Let's call in our ISD too while we're here. Let's call it right here. With that being a hero, we don't really want to put him in harm's way. Oh man. Having played so much of the Empire remake and used all Vong at War betas, it feels so different playing Thrawn's Revenge just because the mechanics actually work are beyond different from those 2 mods. And like what I mean by that is like, you know, A-Wings, X-Wings, everybody has missiles. I mean, they do in this mod too, but in the other mods, they penetrate, like, you know, in theory they should. There are more abilities. Again, I love this mod though, don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't mind seeing a few new additions like, you know, more abilities and the like. Let's see. How many Y-Wings do we have? We have a lot of Y-Wings. Actually, we'll make the Y-Wings focus in on over here. We'll assign the B-Wings their own squadron. I really do like seeing like some of the ships kind of fly almost out of the hangars. Adds a lot of realism to it. And frankly, they really can't do much here. I mean, the Home 1 model ships in this mod have a ton of shielding. Let me see. We'll set that to stop. Call in the A-Wings and have them go help out over here. You can stay here and help. Oh, I was not paying attention to this. Let's get these guys all moved up. There's a reason why the B-Wings are screaming in terror. Sheesh. All right. Let's pull our fighters back a little bit. I think the rest of the fleet can handle TIE fighters fire. Doesn't really do that much to actual shields. Let's move this guy up a little bit. Let's move Booster Tarek up a little bit. We want to make sure we stay out of the range of this Golan, obviously. Starfighters are freaking out. Slow down there, buddy. Ay, ay, ay. This is not my best executed, this is not my most well executed, assault. But again, I was being a little careless on purpose, which is literally backfiring. Alright, so we've cleared that one. Let's slow down Tarek just a little bit before he gets too close. Let's take these over here. Well, these are almost dead. That's going to break, and that's going to explode in just a second. Alright. And then we'll just have the rest of the fleet focus on this. So that needs to group 0 and have them just wait. Alright. We're gonna take this fleet and launch an attack on that. You're gonna say Titan, just chill out. You are gonna go over here. We just want to make sure we get everybody within at least, firing range. And then we're gonna pop this shield ability again. Just try to get his shields up as high as we possibly can. And get you out of there. Since they want to just focus fire on you so badly. Alright. In spite of the Lancers being here, I think we're a little bit safer. It's safe to bring the fighters just a little bit closer. Alright, so the Golan's lost its shields. Have you attack that. Have you attack that. Take out the shield generator just to make sure it never comes back online. And we're gonna pop these. Oh, one of my Corvette got a little too close. Yeah, we'll push you out of there, bud. I don't see the Lancers. No, there they are. They're just chilling at the dry dock. Let's just shoot these. Let's just hit these guys out. I thought we had 6 A-Wings. Oh no, we lost one. Alright. Alright, so yeah, this is a pretty easy battle. I initially thought the Golan was going to be a bit of a problem, but let's see if we can take this out next. We'll have our fleet concentrate fire on these. These Lancers are forever a problem. Now, one thing I have learned that I like from other mods is fighter arrangements not being like in a straight line. Adds a bit of uniqueness to it. Alright, so we'll have all of our bigger ships just focus fire over here now. And have all of our actual starfighters just move up. Wait, is there still a thing? Oh no, they're just dying to TIE fighters over here. Alright. And they're dead. Alright. Pretty easy victory. And we're going to be immediately going into another one right after this. Right over here at Korea 2-5. Wait, no. Wrong area. Going to Dara 4. Anytime. Alright. Let's see. A small world of little value in the expansion regions. Dara 4 was largely overlooked by the Old Republic and the Galactic Empire during the Galactic Civil War. The planet served as a base and convoy route by the Rebel Alliance until a devastating ambush led by Darth Vader, but orchestrated by Grand Admiral Thrawn shortly before the Battle of Hoth. Man, oh man, micro rebel bases had the roughest time. I forget, are we able to see these now just because we have Bothawui? Because I think that's what the case is right now, which is pretty busted. Again, these battles don't require an insane amount of strategy to them now that we just are completely and utterly overbearingly powerful. There's no point in risking the smaller ships either. So I'm being a little bit more careless than I normally would be just because, I mean, we literally control most of the galaxy by ourselves. Just adjust my pop filter a little bit. Alright. Let's just link our groups up. Oops. Excuse me. I think we just called him. I did just call him more ships, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Alright. Give me one moment. Alright. So maintenance came by just to completely unclog my bathroom drain in my apartment. So yeah, that's been fixed and I'm happy about that. Let's see. Alright, so we're just gonna focus on getting rid of the bigger ships. I lost my train of thought, honestly. But so we should have way more X-Wings than what I am looking at, but alright. To be perfectly honest, I don't even know where the last video, or the first half of the video left off at. So that's gonna be fun figuring that out later. Alright. We'll move you up a little bit. One thing I do also like about Empire War Remakes versions of the Dauntless is they aren't in tissue paper. They're actually like very heavy dedicated cruisers. Like those things are freaking tanks. They're broadside gods. These things are kind of weak on here, like flimsy. Look how fast the shields just kind of drop on them. Or rather, look how easy the armor just kind of breaks on them. It just seems really paper mache. Starfire casualties are at an all all-time high, while serving under the Republic 4th Fleet. Alright, we'll have these guys focus on that now. We'll have all of our heavier cruisers focus completely on that. Oh, we launched a few more. Oh, we have 7 A-Wings now. We initially had 6. Alright. So this is pretty much a victory, if you haven't noticed by now. Let's see. Go on, guys. Is there still another Lancer around? What are we shooting at right here? Easy. Alright, so we've got Thifera, and we've got Durera 4, and then these two worlds in between kind of pinned in. Let's see what they got on the orbiting side of Kretu 5. Alright, just an Acclamator and a Lancer Cruiser. Actually, we have so much money now for only having 4K credits. Let's see. So Zinja's forces still consist of the Razor's Kiss. Attack Comkin. Alright, so Corson is under attack right now. They just finished the battle accordingly, apparently. Let's see, what is that pop cap at now? 62? I'll take you out of there. No reason for her to be on the front line, so we'll send her back to Kurita. And then we'll move our main invasion force over here to Thyfera. With... Actually, all of these units can now move up. There's no point keeping them back here. So we'll move this group to Dara 4. Same with this group. Move that unit there, or that group there. We still have yet to take Korlag, but we'll worry about that another day. Alright. We got a ton of air superiority here, but we just don't have any heavy tanks really, which is, again, pretty okay. I don't think we could build Star Destroyers in this era. We can't. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and hit Thyfera really quick. I mean, I guess considering we've seen a majority of the ground maps, auto-resolving a land map wouldn't be a bad thing at this point, because, I mean, we're going to win. Especially if I just auto-resolve the artillery. What in the world? Alright. Alright, let's get these guys over there. Good thing our speeders are still on the ground. Oh my god, they're just flying in the air. They just... There, well, our speeders will hold those guys off while we deploy our second wave of ground troops. And some tanks. We'll group these two up. Alright, so they don't have much here. Alright, well that's a problem. Alright, we'll get these guys there. Alright, so we're gonna just bomb this bunker out. They're attacking from up here in the northern area. So they might hit this. I don't think they're gonna hit this at all, actually. We'll see. Build a turret there just to watch our back. Yeah, I knew they wouldn't hit that. Alright, well, sorry about pausing between. It's not a it's not a delay in my mic this time like it was before. I'm actually just thinking out my options right now. And some AACs. We'll move our tanks up here. See, these victories are pretty easy right now. They just don't have much of anything. Hence why I was just thinking, is it even important that I do ground battles anymore? But I mean, those time maulers ate those infantry. Like, they completely and utterly just ate them. I didn't expect them to run them over. I forgot they could do that. I will make this one a little bit more challenging. We won't call them the heavy tanks. We won't call in our heavier tanks. We'll just land with what light vehicles we have. And we'll go from there. Bit of a foresty map. Let's see. Alright, so we've got a bunker right here. Take control of that. Let's see if we can move these guys up. Land some free runners. I'm confused by population cap right now. Sure. Alright, so they got a shield, which means they also will probably have turbo lasers. Let's just secure these spots now. And we'll move the free runners up. God, I wish it wasn't so zoomed in. You can't see anything. Let's get rid of this. Alright, then we'll let's scout around Dara. There are rancors here. Noted. Alright, so the rancors aren't too dangerous. Where? Oh, right there. Again, I wish... No, that was a speeder. Yeah, I wish we weren't so zoomed in, but sure. I have the worst management in the world right now. We'll call them the speeders back here. Wait, where are these guys at? Oh. Honestly, they can just go chill back in the bunker. Oh, wait. Alright, so we almost lost our bunker. And then, yeah, let's get these surviving infantry just totally out of harm's way. Well, let's have them build this turret right here first. We'll build another anti-vehicle turret. And they'll go over here now. Alright, so there's a turbo laser tower right there, which would have been useful about 5 seconds ago. Alright, so we'll concentrate all of our tanks there. There's another Rancor. Honestly, these would be some great areas to fortify, but we just don't have the infantry power to do it, and it's just too dangerous, honestly. Alright, so these are effective at killing buildings. Those are... Okay. That was almost dangerous. And my infantry, or my T-47s are ignoring my orders. Guess this is a lake. Here's a shield generator. You can just pop shots at that, I guess. Yeah. Alright. We'll save ourselves a headache of trying to... Or we'll save ourselves a bombardment and a bombing run that we'll never have to technically waste. Catch you right there. And now let's just watch the fireworks. Bow, bow, bow. I just selected my tanks to move up. Wait, what? Oh, there's an AA gun right there. You guys can do it. You can do it. Get out of there. Get out of there. Wow, alright. I just lost 3 air speeders in one go. Alright, that was just bad. That was just bad micromanagement on my part. That's what I meant to do. That's more of a heavy vehicle planet. I think Corellia. No, Corellia has nothing. Alright, we'll build the remainder of our speeders here at Balthamui. And probably Ryloth. And then we'll probably cease to ever use these planets again. Alright. We've got more control over this area down here. So in a minute we're going to be taking a look at conquering the other upper half of the remaining Imperial territories. Alright, so we've got a Calamiter. And if I recall, a Lancer. So nothing. The Calamiters are literally just paperweights in this mod. And the literal definition of paper mache. So judging from that, we should be able to just successfully drop our fleet right on top of them, honestly. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Alright, let's get in there, guys. We have our home 1 types. Focus on that. Golan. Everybody else focus on the trade station. Then we'll just drop our assault frigates in as rear support. I don't even think we're going to queue anything up under numbers. Just not worth it right now. Alright, well, I'll do starfighters. Alright, let's actually just have... Let's have the starfighters grouped up. Also, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Alright. The problem fixes itself. We'll just fast forward this a little bit. Yeah, I normally don't rush through space battles, but I mean, let's be real. There's nothing to these battles right now. Same with this one. Like we've got more than enough of a force to just completely. Well, all right, that's a little. We can't drop our fleet right on top of them with this group over here. But I mean, hey, it's a very small force still. To the given, the Agdil is a barren world in the inner rim. The planet's moons create powerful tidal forces that draw the atmosphere and water to different parts of the planet, leaving the rest in vacuum. That's pretty shitty. Due to this, the Given have evolved with a hard exoskeleton that enable them to survive in total vacuum for up to a day. The Given are brilliant mathematicians and supported the CIS by discovering new hyperlanes during the Clone Wars. They don't have a tier 2 space state or shipyard, so I don't have to really worry about additional reinforcements aside from starfighters. All right, so I initially said I was not going to drop my fleet right on top of them, but I mean, they really can't do much against this size of a force. Honestly, the Carracks are the most dangerous thing out of this fleet, and then everything else is just tissue paper. And the Lancers. The Lancers are dangerous too. And then we'll drop our Dauntlesses over here. Have them all focus on this guy. We'll keep these guys focused on that, and I just had everybody else selected to move up here. I'll just kind of watch the action a little bit. This is a really beautiful Home 1 model. I'm debating between Yuuzhan Vong at War Empire War remake and this one's as to which is the best, because I mean, even though this one follows a significantly more different art style, this is a pretty looking home one. What do you have here? Oh, Corvettes. And boom. All right. All right. Let's see what we've got down here at if it'll let me. Kiretu 5. Okay. That map's actually really easy. And frankly, do I have any artillery in this fleet? Yeah, I do. I've done this map already in this playthrough, so we're just gonna skip past that, honestly. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh. Wait, wasn't that everything? I think Denon. No, not Denon. What was it? Commodore. Commodore has the heavier factories. Build a ton more of artillery. All right. Yeah, we're gonna. So I just moved. So we're gonna divide this force up appropriately. There we go. All right. So we've conquered the inner, this entire expansion region area. Just built a ton of mines there. Um. Actually, what do I do with these planets? I mean, they really don't. They really don't mean much right now. Thifera, maybe we can build build a ton of light factories. Yeah, that works. Okay, I like building ion cannons in pretty much every world I touch, just to be safe. That loud boom scared me. All right, so I don't know. Honestly, from this point on, I mean, we've got a ton of different options that we can go about this. We've got a large force there. We'll move that up here with Kuat and then divide that up appropriately. Build the stations here. So maybe we'll just spend the rest of this episode building and prepping for the conquest of this section of the galaxy over here. And I'm probably going to go ahead and just take Gravon 7. Just get it out the way. Yeah, we'll move that force up and do that. We've got actually a really big fleet right here. So next to Akbar's, this will probably be my secondary attack force. So we'll move that to Karita. Keep our holding at Fendar. Alright, and there's the ground forces. Keep building more artillery. Let's get Han over here and Carrick. You can come up here. I think I said that name right. Kraken. I don't know why I thought of Carrick. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and just move Kraken up here. We're finally done with this annoying little section of the galaxy. No more sneak attacks. I might actually build a few of these boarding shuttles, see if I can get them to actually work properly. Yeah, we'll build 5 boarding shuttles. See if we can get them to work. This force, I'm actually just going to push all the way back to Coruscant. Alright, so Han and Chewie can't tell me much there. Huh. This isn't even interesting. Yeah, this wouldn't even be an interesting battle. What units can I just sacrifice? Let's get you out of there because it's going to count you as a ground unit. Let's just do this. Oh, we didn't win. All right, sure. Got a ton more of those. Even though this isn't really a factory world, I mean, hey. I think Leviant 2 is. It's got 2 heavy factories, so put up a few of these. Put up a few of these heavy trackers. We'll build quite a few of these, actually. I don't plan on auto-resolving every single land battle, but frankly, certain ones are just kind of pointless now, especially if the map isn't really that entertaining, or if we've seen it already. So, I'm going to completely avoid doing that. That land battle, if it's just going to be a completely boring experience. Now that's a fleet, and they've also got a hypervelocity gun right there. So, I think we're going to save that part for the next episode because I think in the other half of this video, we were reaching the 20-minute mark, and we're already at 25 minutes with this. So, just a lot of auto-resolving and land battles, and finally gaining control of the expansion region over here. So, in the next episode, we'll focus on Kamkin, and then Fendar, and probably Korsin. I don't expect these to be difficult land battles. Actually, let's scout ahead and just see what we've got to deal with. I could just build more scouts too. Build a few of those guys. You can build scouts anywhere you can. Alright. We got some Raptor troopers and barracks. Okay. And we can't see the map, so I guess we'll play that one out. And then what do we got over here, Korsin? Solagas, I don't expect much out of either. It's only got a 1 shipyard, or a level 1 shipyard, and 2 dreadnought cruisers and 3 corvettes. What's the map layout? I'm not familiar with this one, I don't think. Alright, so we're definitely going to be doing the land battle at Korsin. I'm considering just calling this episode like Galactic Tours or something, just based off of what we're doing right now. Let's see. So at Vrosinri. Alright, let's read the planet description on this one. This is Dagobah? Dagoba's map, I think? I don't know. I'm actually curious what the planet info on this is. Did I just break the game? Oh, missing. Alright. Siutric. Let's see what we got here. Alright, that's a decently fun map. Imperial Warlord Delac Krenel. They've got 12 Lancers. Corvus Minor 4. And what do we got here? Missing. Alright, so this is one of those maps. That could be fun. I think that's like the Taurus map. Let me send Kraken back to Kamkin. Selenon. Let's see what we got here. Alright, not much. I don't even know what the planet info is on this one. An important trade world on the Selenon spur in the Outer Rim. Selenon was known for its multicolored skies due to the proliferation of advertising screens, and compare with the skies of I can't read. And compare with the likes of Nar Shaddaa and several corporate sector worlds. So it's just a pretty planet. That's it's this part of the Outer Rim's version of garbage, I guess. Sure. These pilot training capable Warlord Zinj. What else Zinj managed to just, take Imperial academies and give them entirely new educational structures? But that's a question for another day. Thank you for watching, everybody. May the Force be with you all. See you in the next episode. Peace.